is now scraping.
Hello, hello, everybody. As you can see, I have a special guest next to me.
Who is that?
My wonderfully loving husband, Mr. Tariq Walker.
Meeting is now scraping.
Hello, hello, everybody. As you can see, I have a special guest next to me.
Who is that?
My wonderfully loving husband, Mr. Tariq Walker. Say hello to the people. Wonderfully loving. Sorry, y'all.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ashley J's husband.
Yes, he is. So before I introduce him any further, let me go ahead and give you guys an introduction of who I am. I am Ashley J. I am a relationship coach and dating coach. And I help couples and I help singles find love and I help couples stay in love. That is my duty every single day. I work on helping people do that. Before I forget, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and also throw a watch party so other people can get in on this fun. Okay, guys. And also, I wanted to let you know that the show now has its own merchandise. And you can purchase the Love Experience show merchandise on my website. It's ashleyj.com. And there is a plethora of things that you can buy. Honestly, I mean, I hooked y'all up. You have hoodies, you have t-shirts, you have bags, you have mugs, you have it all. Okay. And you can also purchase it's Ashley J merchandise also. Okay.
Don't forget the squirrels.
No squirrels.
Yeah. Selling squirrels too.
No squirrels. We're not doing that.
For those of us who eat squirrels.
That's not my business at all. Just so y'all know. Don't even think it.
Oh.
Also, October 8th through the 10th of this year, 2021, we are holding the very first, get ready for this, All In for Love couples getaway. You can register now, sign up now for the getaway. It is for couples. Okay, he just turned the lights out. Give us a second.
A little short out.
So I really want you all to come and join us October 8th through the 10th here in Atlanta, Georgia. We will be staying at a very nice hotel that is being very accommodating to us. So listen, you need to put it on your schedules. Go ahead and register. Make your registration non-refundable registration payment of $150. That's it. Okay. And everything else, you will be receiving all the other information via email. Okay. All right. So, as I was saying, this is my wonderful husband, Tariq Walker. We have been together for 9 years. And
9 years? Who is that?
And we have been married going on 5 years on May 1st. Okay. And you guys remember the video that I did, the best love experience, my best love experience? Well, he is the cause of my best love experience. Okay. And he is going to, I wanted to give him the opportunity to tell his side of the story, tell us about his best love experience. Hey, it might not be me, but listen, he's going to tell the story.
You know, I love them squirrels.
So go ahead, honey. Tell the people who you are and anything else you want to
So
tell
you
me.
finally got me on here. Boy, I tell you, what we do for our wives. Good afternoon, everybody. Again, I'm Ashley Jay's husband, Tariq Walker, aka Bill Black for some of you, aka Let Me Borrow $1, aka I need a stimulus check too. Okay. Um, but I'm a father of two beautiful kids.
Yes.
I'm a cybersecurity professional, and I'm a real estate investor. Um, Ashley invited me on. She had been trying to get me on for a while now.
Yes, because he pushes me forward. He does not want to be on camera. That's not his thing.
That's not my thing. I love computers, but don't want to be on camera. But anyway, so what are we talking about here? Love experience, right?
Your best love experience.
My best love experience. So, well, I'm looking at my best love experience right here.
Well, thank you.
That is the truth. I waited quite a long time to meet someone that I could spend the rest of my days with. But the journey was, a little up and down. I can definitely say that. Like many of you, there's some up and down times in that experience, and I had some down times.
You can talk about your down times if you want.
Yeah. So I would say, just to kind of get into it, I would say my love experience, I probably had two long-term relationships that actually impacted my love experience. Two long-term ones, and then a couple of few in between that also played a role in my journey to my beautiful wife. My first relationship is probably, I would say, my growing up relationship. Right, that's the teenage relationship that you got. You were all in love, and thought you were in love, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
the puppy love.
Yeah, and you weren't really ready for it. And for me, I had a young lady that I dated for 6 years. And I can say that she was probably dating me more seriously than I was dating her. And by the time I really kind of matured, so to speak, she was ready to leave, and I was ready to get my mature on and settle down a little bit. So
So, okay, how old were you when you guys got together?
So 15 years old, right? So, and we dated till I was, 21.
And 21 is when you were ready to settle down.
And yeah, about 21, I was about ready to settle down. At least that's what I thought. Okay, I'm gonna say that. That's what I thought. But by the time I was ready to settle down, or at least be in the relationship wholeheartedly, she was ready to go. She was fed up. She was tired of dealing with some of the antics that I pulled, and I pulled plenty of them. And I was like, okay, I'm serious now. And she was like, nope, that's I'm ready to roll. So I was hurt. I'm not gonna even lie. I was like, I was stung a little bit, because I always felt like I could probably go back to this person, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as many of us do, right? But
Mm-hmm.
I vowed after that, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get my stuff together, right? I'm like, I'm not gonna, be silly, and do some of the things that I did. So, I started out, making some big mistakes. And how many of you have probably gone into a relationship and said, well, I'm gonna try to make up for my last relationship. Right?
That's a good question. Yes.
So that's what I did. And you know, I went into my next few relationships trying to kind of make up for that first one. And while I had changed a bit, you know, everybody, you know, it takes two to tango, right? Two in a relationship. They may not be where you are or experience the things that you have. And that just caused all kinds of issues because I'm like, what's going on here? I'm like, I'm good now, right? But it wasn't, they weren't good, or it just didn't, you know, didn't work out. And so I, you know, I was kind of lost and confused. Excuse me, I got a few notes down here just in case
Yes, he
I
had
forget.
to, y'all. He had to write notes, okay?
Whatever, man. You lucky you got me on here today.
He had to write notes. I love it. It's so cute to me.
Yeah. Whatever. So yeah, I mean, by the time I, got through, after these, I had a few kind of shorter relationships in between my next long-term relationship.
Okay, so let's pause for a second. Why do you think that when you were ready, when you felt like you were ready, why do you think the women weren't ready?
Well, I would say because there were a lot of mistakes. Well, I went in, first of all, it was a mistake to actually think that just because I was going to be ready, right, that someone else would be, at the same stage as I was, right?
Mhm.
Then the ultimate mistake that I made is, I kind of jumped into relationships without getting over, um, my past, trying to make up for something that I could not make up for, right?
And then also making up for something that was for somebody else.
Yes, right, exactly. So, I had that mindset, and it was the wrong mindset to have. Um, people need to be equally yoked. People need to be, have that readiness for commitment,
Mhm.
and be on that same page. So after I went through a few relationships there, I kind of jumped into another relationship with my daughter's mother, and still trying to do some of the same things in terms of, making things right. Um, and also without getting to know, really who that person was, right? So this was of how many people know that, well, one of the things that we got into, well, one of the mistakes that I made is obviously I didn't get to know my daughter's mother before we had a baby on the way, right?
So, okay. How old were you when y'all got together? When y'all met?
So that was 26 or 27, somewhere around in there.
And how long after you guys met did you find out?
Oh, it was within a year. Within a year, we had a baby on the way. All right. So I would even say maybe in 6 months or less. All right. So, but I was full head of steam, right? I was saying that, and tough is one of the toughest things. My daughter's mom already had kids, right? So one of the toughest things in terms of relationships is trying to blend families, experiences and all of that together, to make it work. And I definitely didn't have that experience to actually do that. And I failed at it miserably, right?
So, how long? Okay, how can I phrase this question? So, when you guys met,
Mm-hmm.
and then when you found out that she was pregnant,
Mm-hmm.
did that make a difference in how you were trying to connect with the children that she already had?
Well, I came into it, what I'm saying, full head of steam. I wanna, make things, kind of work, right? Did it change once she got pregnant? I think so. It made me even more, determined
Mhm.
to try to make things work.
Okay.
All right. So, um, but I think the main thing, or one of the main reasons why it didn't work, is because I'm gonna go back to my first thing was, hey, I didn't get over the last relationships.
So
Right.
you think you was still the last relationships, not the one from when you
Right. I
stopped.
didn't take the
Okay.
time to actually get over some of the other relationships, and that came out in different ways.
Okay.
Right. That came out in different ways, but it also affected, her too. She hadn't gotten over things, and so you put those two together, right? That's a recipe for disaster, right? Because there's all kinds of things going. But what made it even harder was, we had kids involved, right? And it made me actually stick around probably a lot longer than I probably should have.
So basically, you guys had two hurt people getting together,
Mm-hmm.
and would you say you guys were trying to help heal each other, or you were just operating in being hurt in the relationship?
I would say, I think we were operating um, in a lot of different things that were wrong here. First, nobody likes to be by themselves, right? That's
Yeah.
one thing, right? We were operating in hurt, like you just said, and while I didn't recognize that. You know what I'm saying? Because we got egos and stuff, like whatever, right? um, I recognize it now, and I recognize that that my actions in those relationships were directly connected to some of the hurt that I had problem that I had experienced in my other relationships.
Hmm.
All right, so um, let's see. I'm looking at some notes.
He lost his notes. He lost his place.
So anyway, long story short, see, this is exactly why she tricked me. Really, what we were supposed to be talking about was football. I got all these notes about the Falcons right here, draft picks and all that. But
No.
she fooled me. I'm just kidding.
No.
So anyway, after that, I spent 8 years with my daughter's mother. One of the best things in my life came out of that relationship, and that was my daughter. Right.
Hey, Reagan.
But there was a lot of turmoil in that relationship, and I would say that we actually stayed together really longer than we needed to, right? And so I'll be honest with you. I'm being transparent. I prayed and said, hey, you know what I'm saying? Because look, this how look, God, please, if you get me out of this one, I promise. Look, I promise, if you get me out of this one, I will listen to you on my next partner, because I wasn't even thinking wife there. I was like, just look, I just get out of it. All right. So all of a sudden, I mean, probably within, I would say, 90 days or whatever, the relationship was gone. I mean, something happened that broke the camel back, and it was over with.
Do you want to talk about what happened?
I mean, for the sake of time, we probably don't need to go through all of that, but I'll just say this: some things happened between us that broke the camel's back, and basically it was our way. It was God's way. I'm gonna say that of getting us to kind of move on, right? And I was definitely appreciative of that, and basically after that, I was like, okay, I'm out. Um, how do I not make the same mistakes that I made before, right? And God didn't really talk to me right away. You know what I'm saying? I just sat there for a while, trying to, just clean up all the destruction that had happened, right? But one day, I don't know, maybe I think I was watching TV or something, and I just heard, hey, you just need to get yourself prepared, you know what I'm saying, before, get yourself prepared for someone else. And what that meant, what I took it as is, I needed to get things in order for myself, to prepare for someone to be in my life. If you had asked me, I thought I was already good, right?
Well, you said that.
I was good. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't. And here's, some of the thing. And basically, I needed to be alone for a while, right? I needed to do things like heal, right? Um, I needed some stabilization in my life, right? So healing, what I'm saying, I needed to focus on, some of the past hurt, right? I needed to analyze some of my mistakes, right? I needed to forgive myself for my what I thought were failures, and I also had to forgive other people, or the other person that was in those relationships, right?
So
That I felt like hurt me.
okay. So first, I want you to tell us what steps did you particularly take to start healing? And also, I wanted to say that forgiving yourself and forgiving the other people is key to healing, because we hold on to that anger and it literally eats away at us. Like, for real, it eats away at you. It deteriorates your health.
Like cooking.
It deteriorates your health. And if you do not release that, you are not going to be able to move forward in life, in anything that you do, because you're still holding on to that hurt. And I'm telling you, because I was in that position for a long time. And there are still things that God brings up to my mind that I need to forgive and let go of, still to this day. So
we all do.
I just wanted to say that, because we all have some area in our life where we are holding on to things. It may not be something that you're thinking about at that very moment, but there's something there that is blocking you from being free and blocking you from being prosperous, and however you want to use that word. So yes, go ahead.
Yeah.
What steps did you take?
So I mean, honestly, at first I thought the idea of being by myself was crazy. Really, I mean, I'm like, I'm single. You know what I'm saying? By this time, I'm coming into I'm in my 30s, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I'm single. Look, I can probably be ready to mingle in a few days. You know what I'm saying? I just need to clean myself up.
A few days.
Yeah, a few days, I might be back on it. But God was telling me something else, and I'm like, I'm telling you guys this because I took the L for y'all, so we can sit down here and we can talk about it. I took a loss, but what I'm saying, I took one on the chin for the team, especially my man out there. You guys are near and dear to me, but it was the best thing that really happened to me, to just really take that time, right? Because during the healing process, which I'm saying, basically, I really just took the time to kind of analyze some of the things that were hurting me. The things that were said, the things that were done, and I had to take that stuff, and I had to forgive myself and forgive that person. But that kind of took time. And then in addition to that, I, I'm saying, made amends with those individuals. I called them up. I spoke to them about, I'm saying, what was on my heart, and said my piece. Some people accepted it, some people don't, but I was really kind of done with it. And that helped me, in the beginning, and turning kind of turning things around.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I kind of got over that, and this is, I wanted to, definitely put some more stability in my life, getting a secure, stable environment, right? So God was really kind of preparing me, again for, bringing somebody into my life. So while I thought I had things together, there were still things that, and still things that, I needed to actually do. And this is really for my men too, that, having, I'm saying, a job, having a stable environment, a house, a home, a roof over your head, your credit getting straight and things like that. This is going to put you at a advantage when you get back out there. Trust me on this one. I also wanted to, look at my emotional well-being, my attitude on life. That was one of the things that came to me. My mental well-being, making sure that mentally I was clear and free of destructive behavior. Trust me, when I did all of that, it put me at such an advantage in the dating game. It was ridiculous, and I'm gonna tell you why it put me in at such an advantage. So basically, when I went out there to start dating again, 3-4 years later, and I took that long to get myself. I could literally see the red flags 10 miles away, right? I'm telling you, this is why you want to take that time, because I'm telling you, things started happening fast, and they were swooping in like vultures, like Voltron.
Voltron.
Okay, they was coming. And, had I not really taken that time to understand, I'm saying, that for my fellas also, I'm saying, gain control of my physical, you know what I'm talking about? Okay, that's going to give you the advantage in this whole dating game. Any questions, Ashley J?
Listen,
because I'm telling physical, you, this
okay?
you got the there. Physical. You know what I'm talking about.
I don't, but okay.
Okay, the fellas know what I'm talking about. Because when you gain control of that, trust me, woo, I'm telling you, you're a bad man. Can't nobody do nothing. They can't pull the wool over your eyes. They can't do nothing to you. All right.
Okay.
All right, fellas, I'm telling you, follow me on this, because I'm telling you, you'll wake up in the morning, be going to work, and you'll have drawers in your driveway. Okay, I'm telling you, just you get ready to wait with notes on them. Okay. So anyway, when I got in that dating game, right, it was new for me, and not only that, listen, I had my own place, I had a car, had
you had a house.
Had a house, right? Had A1 credit, all of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm walking up in places looking like platinum, maybe uranium at that time. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking like that.
These analogies. Okay, go ahead. I'm with you, babe.
All right. So, but not only that, just looking that way, but I had a clear conscience and clear mind, and also I was able to kind of weed through all the craziness that comes along with dating. I felt like I was really ready. So, because it's tough out there. It's tough out there. So, a lot of, when I was in the dating game, a lot of things that I did, no one got hurt. People understood where I was coming from. They understood, where I was, and it made things a lot easier.
Did you were you open with them and told them this
absolutely
is okay?
Absolutely. I was open with individuals, like I feel like people should be open, but everybody's not like that. But this is where, again, that time to yourself allows you to see through the people who are not being open, right? They could be the most beautiful person in the world, and they're not for you. You know what I'm saying? They light up in red. That's how it was coming for me. red, yellow, green. You know, that's how it was hit. Okay. Now when Miss Ashley J, she lit up all green. I'm talking about that thing.
I was good to go.
I put
good to go.
And by the way, she didn't throw her drawers in the.
No, that ain't my style.
No, she FedExed hers. Okay, she FedExed hers. Ladies, get you a FedEx account, all right? Get your FedEx
I did
account.
not do that. I did not put my underwear in the mail.
Next day air. Okay. All right.
Oh my goodness.
Any questions?
I didn't do that, y'all. No underwear in the mail. Sorry. That is not what I do.
So anyway, yeah, that really helped a lot. And really my point is it really and it's for really kind of single guys, single women, you know, get the fog out between your ears here by taking some time and really understanding where you are in life. Really understand you know, mistakes that you have made, get over your past you know, relationships before you try to go out there and look for someone else. It will give you the advantage in a cutthroat dating scene. Okay. All right. Questions, anything?
That you got all through your notes?
Well, you know, I mean, I got a lot here, but you know, I'm looking at my time here.
No, you're good. You're good. Keep going.
I'm looking at my time here.
Keep going. I'll let you know when to stop.
All right. So listen, after I got this is, you know, how we kind of hooked up here. So I was actually going through you know, I was dating. And you know, again, I wasn't really seeing my wife out there, or I wasn't really seeing the person that really, you know, was for me.
But you came kind of close.
I did come close a few times, and it saved me. Like, you know, that time that really kind of looking at those red flags kind of saved me, right? I mean, I could go somewhere and meet somebody and be like, that's my ex right there all over again. That's such and such. That's such and such. Because we a lot of times you know, date in patterns, you know what I'm saying? Date the same situation over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
And trust me, I was running up on the same situation and I was like, nope, this would have got me right here.
Mm-hmm.
But not this time. So anyway, I was listening to the radio on my way to work one day, you know, jamming Steve Harvey and stuff like that. And, you know, he had this dating website that he started, and he kept talking about it. I say, you know what, man, I had really, you know, tried the online dating. I'm going to try it.
So how were you meeting women before?
A gas station, grocery stores, you know, different places.
Okay.
And so, you know, I decided to do the online dating, and that was crazy. That was crazy. I ran up on a couple silverbacks. Man.
What is a silverback? They don't know you. So what's a silverback?
Everybody know what a silverback gorilla is?
Yes. Okay. In terms of what you're talking about.
Hey, yeah, that's big. You know, two people can't be big, okay? Okay, you know what I'm talking about. All right. So I ran up and had to wrestle a few of them, right? And I almost gave up because I was like, yo, this right here is different, because people were putting pictures from 1922 looking all good, and then you roll up on them, you be like, yo, what is happening?
You are describing being catfished.
Catfish, dogfish, whatever, gorilla fish, they got me. Okay.
So talk about when you got catfished right quick.
Okay, so I mean I listen, I just told you, really. I got on the site, I saw somebody, I'm like, okay, you know, had called up on the phone, you know what I'm saying? And okay, you sounding real good, all right, you know, okay, you know, I'm gonna meet you, okay? All right, so I hung up the phone. Rolled over that burnt gas. I took my body, went all the way across town. You know what I'm saying? And I show up at this lady's house and knock on the door, and this woman answer the door, and I look past her and say, "Hey, is Cherie here? What's going on? Hey, nice to meet you, but it's Cherie here." And she was like, "Hey," and I was like, "Oh, wait a minute." You Cherie? Yeah. What is going on here? So we had a quick date. Matter of fact, I had somebody page me, so I was like, "Hey, we got to get up out of here. I need your help." All right, so that's what happened on that. But anyway, fast forward, I heard Steve Harvey. I was like, "I'm gonna get this, another shot." I was on his site, maybe a month or so, just going through profiles and stuff, and I ran across a profile, and I'm like, "I don't know, man. This one right here might be might be all right." But I was looking, and it said she lived in Delaware. I was like, "Oh my God, Delaware? Who lives in Delaware?"
We did at the time.
All right. So anyway, I hit her up, and I told her, I was like, "Listen, I introduced myself. We text back and forth, and
we messaged on the site first.
Yeah, we did. That's right. We did message for a little while, and then we started texting. And then we worked our way up to, phone calls. All right. And then, and then it was kind of on from there. I mean, all the texting and the phone calls, they were great. And God was kind of revealing some things to me. I mean, I told Ashley, really soon. Well, I'm gonna say really soon, but where I was and my intentions, but I didn't tell her what I wanted in a wife. I kept that to myself because God was actually revealing these things, that she would be my wife and stuff, through our conversations and through the things that she would say and do. And so I didn't, and that's just a chicken nugget on the side. A lot of people go out on dates and talk to people and be like, "Well, this is what I want in a husband." People can pretend, right? Mm-hmm. They can pretend for a long time, and then you have your silverback in there, okay? All right. So I purposely didn't did it, but all the check marks were checking. And even the ones that I didn't think were checking, right? And they're still checking. Oh. So I haven't lost it. You lost your mind. So anyway, I mean, long story short, I told Ashley, I mean, Ashley was crazy. Listen, she was crazy. Okay. I was trying to really, hey, respect and, keep things slow and, flowing. Ashley was like, "Hey, you gonna shoot me down here or what? You gonna boomerang me down here or what?"
Okay, so y'all heard my story before, okay? Because of my past, and I had a trip here before, way before I met Tariq. And people were lying. And this time when I went to meet someone in Atlanta, I was like, "Look, I need to be up in your house and I need to see what's going on all up and through the house. I need to check the closets. I need to see everything that's going on in the house." That is why. Okay.
She was crazy.
That's why
she scared me. She scared me. She really did. Because I'm like, "Wait a minute. You want to come down here? Are you sure you want to come down here?" She was like, "Yeah, I want to come down here." I'm like, "Okay, well, I'll fly you down. I'll get you a hotel."
Nope, I need to be in your house.
That's exactly what she said. And I was like, "Okay, all right." This is for real. This she might be a killer. She might be Jeffrey Dahmer. I didn't know. So I got the ticket and I'm like, you sure you don't want a hotel, so you can, stay, sleep, what I don't mind taking you or whatever. So she was like, no. I was like, all right. So fast forward, she flew down here. I met her at the airport. I kind of hid from her just to see. I ain't want another silverback coming through. So I was like, let me see from a distance, because if anything different, I'm bolting. I'm just gonna flat out run, jump in my car, and burn out, and that was just gonna be it. And I like what I saw. I was good. So I picked her up. We went and did some things. Went on a date, and
he wined and dined me that weekend. I was a little young tenderoni back then when we met. And he took me to places that I've never been before, which is what really won me over with him.
She fleeced my pockets. Go ahead.
That was all your plan. I didn't say anything. So, he took me to the aquarium. My very first date was going to the Georgia Aquarium. And then after that, we went to lunch to Ruth Chris. Never ever in my life been to Ruth Chris. Heard about it in songs and was like, oh, they sing about it. That's something I probably would never be able to do. But I did. And that night we went to Legal Seafood. And Legal Seafood was kind of important to me, not just because I've never been there, but because I always heard stories from my aunts talking about my grandmother and how, I think it was Aunt Ida and Aunt Colleen, I think, but they would talk about how they would always go to Legal Seafood with my grandmother. So Legals was kind of special to me because I wanted to be able to experience the way they talked about it. It was just so much love and great memories involved in going to Legal Seafood with my grandma. So it was something that I wanted to experience for myself. I wanted to have that feeling.
Yeah. And so, that first day kind of started off a little slow. I'm not gonna even lie, because I think both of us was
very
nervous, a little nervous or whatever, and we we're just trying to fill each other out, but let me tell you what broke the ice here, right? You know what I'm saying?
You gonna tell it?
She ain't no good over here. All right, so I'm really we're going to, where were we going?
That's when we were going to the aquarium.
Okay, so because all of the places are right there by each other. We were going to the aquarium. I think we stopped off at my job first to pick up a park there or something like that, right? And so we came around really the backside of Centennial Park, and there's a long set of high stairs there. And so this one being from the frigid north, right? Because it was cold.
It was brisk that day.
I'm thinking she'd be okay, you know what I'm saying? But she trying to hurry up and get out the cold, right?
Because it was very windy also.
So she darting up the stairs, right? And I'm like, hey, be careful. And as soon as I said, I was like, I wanna have to call, have your mother, have to call your mother. And as soon as I said that, it was like, I tripped up the stairs. It was my last fall I had in me. Because it went in slow motion. You ever anybody had their last fall? Like, hey, anything, you fall after that, you're going to break every bone in your body. But I was lucky. I tripped up and it seemed like I was falling for about 3 miles. I rolled over here the trash can. And this one, instead of like, hey, can you help me out? How are you? All right? She died. She couldn't even talk. She died laughing.
The way I'm laughing right now, it was about 20 times worse. I had a cramp in my back from laughing so hard.
And so I'm like, dang, she's straight up laughing at me.
I just left them laying on the ground and
I said, this gotta be my wife, because I would have laughed at her too. So that was it. The ice was broken. It was melted.
Yeah, that was yeah.
So anyway.
That was good memories.
That was good. That was a good memory. And then, we had many more dates. After that, I flew to Philadelphia. She moved to Philadelphia, and kind of, again, this was perfect that we had this long distance relationship, because it allowed us to, again, move slowly, and start to understand each other, get to know each other, and not make mistakes along the way. Although she almost made me book up out of there, because she was playing around. I'm like, after a year, I said, Ashley, don't you think we need to be boyfriend and girlfriend?
It was not a year.
It felt like that. She started getting nervous. Oh, I said, hey, man, listen, I ain't getting ready to be flying up and down the East Coast for 10 years. This is not for the...
He told me, he said, listen, I told you I'm dating to get married. And I'm not just out here dating. And I was like, okay.
So let me ask you a question. Why was you nervous about the commitment?
Because that was a bigger commitment than I have ever made before. And listen, okay. It was bigger because I knew what was attached to it. And I had to really wrap my mind around the fact that somebody was being very honest with me about wanting to marry me and dating me to get married. I was so used to just dating and see what happens. Right. Okay. So the fact that someone was saying to me, yo, you are it for me. So what you doing? That was scary. It scared me for a quick second. I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready for this. But, I had to take a quick evaluation, and I said, okay, yes.
Why yes, though? I want to know why yes.
Because you were showing me, a lot of things. Like you said, you had your list that was being checked off. A lot of things that were on my list were being checked off with you. And because you were a man, you were not a man child, you were a man. And that was something I never experienced before. And it was something that I enjoyed and something that I knew I needed. I needed a man. I didn't need a man child like what I was used to.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so if you guys have any questions or comments, go ahead and ask them now, because it is now time for the comment reading section.
And if you want to donate your stimulus, you can just DM me.
Listen. He's trying to get somebody's stimmy. Okay. All right, on Facebook, hey mom, your mom said hi. So, hey mom, and she said, I was so surprised. I did not know that he was your guest for today. And Uncle David said the Falcons are lousy anyway.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's go to the top. Kathy. Hey, Kathy. She said, yay! And mommy, Miss Renee, and Aunt Linda said hello. So, hello. Hey, y'all.
What's going on?
And Nicole said, we are such a beautiful couple.
Oh, really? Thank you, Nicole.
Thanks, Nicole.
Appreciate that.
Aunt Linda said, LOL, she's a note person.
Gotta take them notes. Hey.
Adrian has a question for you.
Oh, for me? Okay. All right.
She said, why don't you have your Eagles jersey on?
It got cold and I had to, use it for kindling in the fireplace.
Whatever. Uncle David talking about when you were talking about the vultures. He said vultures in the desert of love.
Exactly. They coming.
And then you were talking about the draws. He said new meaning of skid mark.
Driveway skid.
Hey Miss Alfreda, she said hello, and
Hey.
she said she loves the transparency. Adrian wanted you to talk about when you got catfish, but you talked about that. Sean, hi big brother.
I sure did. I got catfished.
He said hilarious, and he said not his little sis. And you got laughter, and Nicole talking about when you were saying the silverback wrestling with them. She said not wrestling with them though.
Oh yeah, I had to wrestle.
And Linda said, I hope you didn't use the girl's real name, the lady's real name.
Nope, I sure didn't.
Okay. And Adrian said the other story where you left the girl standing there. But I think that's the same story. You just didn't mention that part.
Yeah, I didn't. So yeah, pretty much at the end of that date, I had to pill out. Sorry, but what? And she called me for about 3-4 months too. After that, right? She called. I mean, and I just finally answered the phone, and I was like, why are you even calling me? Because you lied to me from the start. You started the whole thing off with a lie, with a picture from when you was in high school. Okay, so shame on you.
Let's see. LOL. When you said I was crazy, Adrian said was. Uncle David said there's a couch in your future, brother.
Yes, it is.
Kathy said we need to be on here together every week. And Uncle David says Stemmy don't play that.
Need a stimulus check.
And Miss Adrian said, hey guys, good to see you. Hi, Miss Adrian.
Hi.
Okay, so Facebook, we have some more comments. Cousin Valerie, hey Cousin Valerie, she said, I need your stimulus, LOL. Ida said, you're hilarious. And she said, when are you applying for a Tyler Perry movie?
Hey, Tyler, call me up, please. Okay.
That's actually one of my goals is to one day be in a Tyler Perry movie. I never tell anybody that, but that is actually one of my goals.
She got a Tyler Perry face. I see that, yeah.
I'm gonna be a leading lady or something. So you guys have anything else to say? Please make sure if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please make sure you subscribe and hit the notification button so you get notified every time I go live, which is every Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern. And share, like, comment, please, so that other people can get in on this great show and the great interaction that I have with people. Aunt Linda, Cousin Valerie, Aunt Linda says she wants to see you and Reggie on the show, but I don't tell everybody who's going to be on the show just yet, but Cousin Valerie will be on.
All right, Cousin Valerie.
I don't know if she's bringing Reggie though, but I would love to have both of them. She told me to go for it, be on the Tyler Perry movie.
Okay.
Ida said this show was amazing as always, just extra funny.
All right.
Oops. Sorry, guys.
We done hung up on everybody on
Did
Facebook.
not.
Sorry, Facebook.
She is, Aunt Linda, Cousin Valerie is bringing Reggie on with her, so that's gonna be great.
All right.
All right, guys. So, like I said, share, like, and subscribe. And also do not forget to go to itsashleyj.com so you can get your Love Experience apparel and other products that I created for the show. And also, I have some shirts for It's Ashley J as well. And don't forget, and pass the message along. Okay, October 8th through the 10th. Come here to Atlanta, Georgia for the
Yes, sir.
very first All In for Love couples getaway. Okay.
It's gonna
October
be right.
8th through the 10th. It is going to be right because I have a lot of things that I'm going to pour
We're gonna
out to
have
you
some
guys,
fun.
and we're going to have fun. Yes. And you'll have both of us live.
Yep.
Yes. So please, the sign up sheet is floating around out in the social media and internet, and I will put that in the description for you guys so you can click on it. But please sign up for the All In for Love couples getaway. The registration fee is $150 per couple. That's it, $150 per couple, and it's non-refundable. Okay.
All right.
So please sign up so we can have fun together, interact with each other. And yes, I'm excited about it. I hope you can tell. And you are here with me all the time, so I have great things to share with you guys. Okay.
Exactly.
Let's see. Anything else you want to have? Any closing remarks?
Can I borrow $1? Please.
Cousin Kathy says she's serious. The two of us are great together on here as a comedy team.
Just need $1. That's all.
And Aunt Linda said, "Love it. Great show."
Thanks, everyone.
Cousin Valerie says she got a story to tell. He might be working, but she will see. And your mom wants to know what a silverback is. I told you to explain it.
Mom, I'll call you up and let you know.
And Ida said, just $1.
She need $1. That's all. I need to borrow $1. If I can get $1 from one, man, listen.
Yeah, just make sure that this channel gets circulated so that I can get the dollars coming in from my husband. Okay, so he can have all the dollars that he wants. All right.
Thank you.
My goodness. Well, if that's all you have to say, I appreciate you guys joining us today, and make sure you come back next week. I can't remember off the top of my head who's going to be on here, but because I've been doing nothing but having great shows for you guys. So it's going to be another good show. All right. May not be as funny as this one, but it's going to be another great one. Okay. So I appreciate you guys. And I can't stress this enough to like, share, and subscribe. And next week, throw a watch party Facebook. Okay. And go to my website so you can start purchasing your gear and wear it and use it on Thursdays.
Get it. You got to get that hot gear.
It's nice. I put some good things together for y'all. Okay. Go check it out. All right. So there's only one thing left to say. What is your love experience?
Go Falcons.
That's not conversation.
Oh.
All right, guys. Until we chat again. Bye.